Oh, man. Another episode of
Quarantings in the
Man,
building.
Wow. This is the stress. I'm glad that people get to go behind the curtain and see the stress that I deal with week in and week out. Y'all people wonder. Y'all wonder why I drink every episode? Come on now.
Usually. Okay, so for those listeners who have not seen the YouTube, go to YouTube, check out Quarantings. We're at my place today. I'm so excited. Welcome.
Since your car. This is a Halloween episode. First time we recorded in a different spot. So
that's true. Go back and listen to the first episode we recorded from the car.
She was like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna work perfectly."
Because I had a whole
phone on the fucking.
I had a whole
AC
plan.
Unit, we're just gonna. I was like, okay.
I had a whole plan for the car thing because I was like, we're gonna make this whole podcast about like going to eat in different local places in Minneapolis to like spread shine around and also gain viewership, which I still think is a great fucking idea. Somebody else should jack that idea for me to do
My
it.
Make Studios podcast
High
network.
key.
You can go
if
ahead.
you want to post a podcast where you're gonna go around and review. I mean, it doesn't even
Anybody
have to be
who wants to
about
drive
food.
around with
I'll
Kristen and
produce
talk
it
about
for
food,
you.
just holler at her. All right, we got one. Maybe we got one. Your studio audience out here.
We're here. We're at my new place. Welcome to everyone. We got a special studio audience.
Kristen finally brought her friends around. So
I know. Lume's been mad at me.
I didn't have to supply the whole studio audience for the first time ever. Man.
I get stage fright. Tone got mad at me too. He was like, "Oh, so we can just show up? You didn't tell me that." I was like, "You don't know. Maybe I'm scared. Maybe I don't want to perform in front of people." He was like, "Shut the fuck up."
That's the person who wants to be literally a world-renowned actress.
But
I don't want people to see me though.
We got Joe here still. We can't record without Joe. Honestly.
I had to, I lost my home court advantage, so I had to bring what I could bring. Make sure I'm all right.
So we're here. We're doing a special episode of Quarantines. Lume got 1,000 fucking trips planned this summer, so we got to record on a different day.
Someone's so mad that somebody planned some vacations, even though while we're recording this right now, the person who has the most immediate vacation is not me.
You literally just got back from Vegas.
Again, the most immediate vacation going forward is not me. So don't even. Nah, it's cool.
We're here. We're making it work. We're dedicated to the people.
Hey, it's all about the
Lume
people.
says.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. She'll quote me now. Wow.
I know. I'm stealing all your shine today.
Yeah, really? She is actually stealing my whole gimmicks today. That's crazy.
Yep. We got a good topic.
Yeah,
this week.
I'll be full disclosure. This topic is 100% Kid Kristen Renee. I am not going to be. We're all going to class today. Let's put it like that. The studio audience. We're going to Kristen's
I feel
court
like you
today.
said that about the Comeback Kid episode, and you got more kids trying to come back with you than I do.
That is.
So I don't know what all that.
She lies a lot, so that's cool.
But here we are. We're here to talk about maybe the most special topic to my heart, maybe second to the self-care episode.
And a very important one for Shot Girl, Hot Girl Summer, that's for sure.
It's summertime now. Officially started. Summer has passed. We're here. We've arrived. We're vaxxed, waxed, Shot Girl Summer. So we need to talk about the roster, okay? This is the topic for the week. Listen closely. Pull out your notepads. Get ready to
voice
go.
Memos. Let's go. Come on. No, she's about to teach, and the roster is very important. And for the two people that are listening that don't know what she's talking about, you'll get it. Roster doesn't need a definition.
Do people not know what that means? Oh my god, it's so part of my normal life.
I feel like the two people that don't know that you'll explain it to them. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a good place to start because I want to clear the air immediately. A lot of people have the wrong impression about a roster.
You're talking about the olden days thing?
Yeah, they see it as inherently negative. It has this negative connotation, like you're a toxic person if you have a roster.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I can, just speaking from personal experience of people that I know, the dudes I know that I know have a roster, one would consider them to be toxic. A gentleman that we nicknamed the Castle of Love and Hip Hop comes to mind, and he earned that nickname in a very toxic way.
Okay, I mean, yes. Okay, so there's a good faction of people who have a roster who are actually being toxic about it, but I'm here to reclaim the roster signifier as not inherently negative because it's not. It's not. Here's my theory about the evolution of dating in general.
All right, class.
Yeah.
Notes.
Yeah, let me cook.
Notepads, get ready.
So back in whatever fucking olden days, long time.
Like we're talking 1900s?
No, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s type
Okay.
thing. People casually dated and like it was fine. You were not immediately exclusive or cuffed, whatever, to like the first fucking person when you had one date with them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like very normal, especially because there was no phone. So like when you went on a date with somebody, like
that was
I'll
your
see
time.
you at our
and that was
next
it.
date. But in the meantime, like I'm out, I'm with friends and other people, and it's very normal.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere along the line, the culture shifted towards like you, as soon as you start talking to someone, you're texting them all the time, you're Snapchatting.
Yeah.
Like when that barrier is no longer there to like speak to like literally communicate with someone 24/7, it becomes almost like you're immediately in a serious relationship with them.
This is true.
Yeah. And so now, especially now that quarantine,
I was about to say, coming out of quarantine, because,
Yeah.
we all a little hyped.
exactly. Everybody is I think quarantine exacerbated another shift that was already sort of happening pre-COVID of like casually dating and dating around is fucking fine. I'm so sick of this narrative.
Emphasis on the fucking. But
Emphasis on the fucking. Like, it's fine. As long as you're not, of course, you can be toxic about it.
Which there are some that do, and that probably goes to word choices and that, but we'll probably get into
Communication, open communication, but you don't have to be toxic about it. It can be a totally normal thing. The idea of the roster it gets a bad rep, but it's truly like the best sports analogy of all time, in my opinion.
Ooh, all right, that's definitely a whole nother episode. I'm gonna have to think about that one, but it is a great analogy. I can't hate on that. It's a great analogy.
It's perfect. It's a perfect analogy because literally it transcends just like the roster itself, like the names of the players in the team, and goes to like you can take the analogy so far with like the tryouts.
You can, yeah.
The fucking starters, the
DH,
bench,
the pinch hitters,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah, you can really go to any
You
kind
got
of
the
sport.
whole.
Like,
You gotta have. You
calling
gotta
somebody
have
from the
team
bullpen.
chemistry.
Like, yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, you gotta have all of that.
Well,
shit.
actually, team chemistry, that's where you might have lost me there.
I mean,
'cause
team
I don't know if
chemistry-
I don't know if your roster should be having chemistry.
Yeah, but that's one of those things whereby you're taking it literally.
Yeah.
And I'm saying like you need team chemistry in the sense of if you have the same type of player playing every position,
You have a
your
type.
team's gonna fail and your roster is shit. you
You
need
know,
different
5 tool players. Yeah, I got it. All right, I got
You
it.
need
I got
the
it.
different kinds of players fulfilling different roles on the team.
Shake my head. So then, okay, all right, that's cool. But so then I think I want to go to the thing that I know you want to talk about, which is for the roster, size of the roster.
Oh, size of the roster? Okay. Well, you go ahead. You go
mean,
ahead. You say.
again-
I'm genuinely interested in what you think.
I mean, first of all, full disclosure, I have no roster, so like I'm not out
Okay.
here, whatever. But I feel like for me personally, if I'm above 4, it seems like a lot of work.
Okay.
Because
Interesting.
I'm someone who will actually like. I'm not a bad texter like you, so
Yeah, I'm a
like,
terrible
I actually text
texter.
people back all the time.
You actually have to sort of like embrace bad texting to maintain a large roster.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. My soul might hurt
Yeah,
on that one.
yeah.
So, like,
You're
I
way
might, I might
more-
put them into a place that then they just end up being, well, maybe for a good part thing, but like you're just a booty call at that point where it's like I don't even know if you're on the roster.
I mean, but you
You're
do
like-
need some booty calls on the roster. I mean, that's definitely part of it.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, everybody has a role to play for
Right.
a championship team, so I get
Yeah.
it. But I don't know. I just think that over 4, it's like there's gonna be. I wouldn't be able to handle it because that's just too much.
That would be a lot for you, I feel.
Yeah.
Although, except for, I don't know, I feel like you, like in regular life, communicate with more people than I do on a daily basis. So you say that, but I'm like, I'm not
Probably.
sure I'm buying it.
But also, like, I communicate with those people with no intention of sleeping with them. So,
Agreed,
like,
agreed.
It's a
but
lot
like,
easier to
you're
do.
You're still like comparing the two of us more open to generalized virtual communication than I am.
Yeah, that's true. You like more IRL, but you also have no access, so it doesn't really make sense.
Doesn't add
But,
up. I know.
Yeah, no, I'll say 4. I feel like
Four's
that's
a good
my max.
number. Four's a good number. So since you gave the full disclosure, here's my full disclosure. I was building like literally the perfect fucking summer roster. I had like the most key starters. Imploded. Terrible. I have to start from scratch. First of all, one
And
of
it
them
wasn't
is
my fault.
First of all, one of them is on trips every fucking week, which actually I kind of respect, like, outside of the fact that I'm pissed because post-COVID, like, everyone is dying for a trip.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. But speaking, like, as the coach of this team.
Selfishly, you're like, come on.
Yeah,
now.
I'm very upset because you're literally gone. And so I'll see you in fucking whatever. You can become a comeback kid. That's fine, I guess.
See you in September. It's fine.
Yeah, so that one's done. And then Green Bubbles, I just have been blowing off. I need to, like, be more serious.
I feel like you disrespected Green Bubbles a little.
I know
bit.
I am disrespecting Green Bubbles because it's
bit.
Green Bubbles, and I can't deal with the fact that he doesn't have an iPhone.
Yeah, well,
It's too much.
call my sugar mama. You can hook him up. Like shit.
I need to call him back. That just fizzled out, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, because I got the vaccine and was super sick for literally a full week, and then as soon as I was better, he got the vaccine right after me, the second dose, and then he was sick for like a full week, and so then it was 2 weeks, and then to your point, it sort of feels like it's like done if you don't communicate
At that point,
to each other
you're
for
ghosted.
a week.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so whatever. That one he might still be in play, and then the third starter on the roster was Nelson Cruz, and I don't know. That's so toxic.
You never want him to be. You don't want him to be batting leadoff. That's
Nelson Cruz is not your leadoff batter. That's a fact.
So you're just out here trying to figure it out, but
yeah.
But still, you were building to.
I was building the perfect summer roster, and it literally imploded on me, and now I have to start from scratch too. So my roster is currently at a half because Green Bubbles is still potentially on there.
I mean, it's more like 1.5 because Nelson will never be off the team. So
okay, true, but he needs to be like way down.
Still, math.
Yeah.
1.5.
So anyway, we're working on it. My ideal roster is 7.
Oof.
1 for each day of the week, baby. That is the perfect fucking number.
Which is crazy because there's no way you're going to see this girl do something every day of the week. I promise you that. But
why? I like to do things.
Yeah. Okay. You can have a 7-man rotation.
Yeah.
They're not pitching every day.
But the point is not that you actually see one person every day of every week ever. Yeah, it's just that they're like. You don't assign them days. Like, you just have 7 because, like, if push came to shove, you could see all 7 in 1 week. Like that, if it happened to work out that way and you wanted it to work out that way. But more, like, again, people are on trips. People have other plans with their friends, with the family, whatever, cabins, Lake Life, Minnesota in the summer. You got to have those options. Like, I saw this TikTok the other day, and the person was like, if you are getting upset because you hit up one person and they don't respond to you and then your night's like ruined, you already played yourself. You need to hit up 7 people, 3 will respond, then you get the choice. Like, and that's like where I'm coming from with this. You cannot expect and it's not meant to be a toxic thing. It's literally meant to be like, these people are not beholden to me. We are not in a relationship. These men are not beholden to me. So if they're busy, I'm genuinely not mad. And that's why you need a larger roster, ideally, because then you get to make sure, like, you can make plans without
it's the
becoming
kid in the
an
candy
issue.
store. You don't have to pick. You're not, just making one choice, sort of like the TikTok.
Right.
So I get that. That makes sense to me. I guess my only issue, and it might be easier for you or for women in general, that many. Like I said, you get up to that number. Because I know you're cool with hey, I texted you on Monday. If you lucky, I hit you up on Saturday.
Yeah.
And that's our weekly rotation.
Right.
And I feel like people just be thinking you know what? I don't really need this if it's going to be a certain gap in time.
Right.
And so then it's you got to almost rotate your roster.
So, yeah. So, I mean, this gets into many, many facets of the whole roster thing that we need to address. I mean, so although 7 is the ideal number, realistically, I usually hover more around 4 or 5 because it's just genuinely hard to maintain a roster that's that large. Because, like you just said, people have this misconception that having a roster, particularly for women, is no work. It's passive. And that's not correct at all, in my experience. Anybody who's worth, having a relationship with, and I don't mean, a boyfriend or girlfriend. I mean, you have a relationship with them. is not like these people on the roster are people that you respect and B care about. They're not like they're not gonna be your boyfriend or your girlfriend, but you still vibe with them. Like that's part of it. Is like you like these people, right?
Yeah, no.
And so you're not just treating them like disposable objects. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yes, like it does become this thing of like you have to give the players the special attention they need. Like
well, every player is different,
right?
I know, and good coaches
if they
know that.
need a fucking shooting practice, you supply it. If they need fucking PT, you take them to the PT.
She's gonna do a whole episode of sports analogies. I can't do it, guys.
So I think you're actually right that you have to still be in tune somewhat to the person and like what they're looking to get out of this relationship, even though it's not a girlfriend and boyfriend relationship. It's still rapport that you two have together. So it absolutely does take work. And I'm here to say firsthand that you have to be committed to this. Now, also, there are certain people, this goes to your thing as well about like a lot of people would be like put off if you only talked like Monday and then you didn't talk till Saturday. A lot of people think that they want to be on or have a roster who should not be on or have a roster. Like point blank period.
There's a lot of simps, a lot of people who take it to heart.
Yeah.
And
which is
they're not
fine.
built for that. Yeah, they're not built for it, but I think especially guys
don't want to admit that that it's not for them.
Like we be fronting like, oh, I want to be cool, big man on campus. I got all the hoes. Yeah.
Right.
And then one girl ghosts them for 5 days, and they're like, I hate life. Like this is horrible. Like I just can't do it no more.
Yeah.
Why does she love me?
It's definitely tougher for men to admit that they are not, unless they just are like the type that's not worried about it. But I feel like a lot of men are like, they don't want to admit that like being on someone's roster or maintaining their own is just like not what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, that maybe goes back to your olden times thing. Like, it's built up that way. Like, we just built that way. Like, we can't admit it. Like, I don't know any other way to describe it. Like, we just can't admit it. Like, so, but again, I ain't got no roster, so I don't know. I'm not no tears here, so it's fine.
But would you?
I mean,
like, do you see yourself as the type of person that would do it?
I feel like I'd try it, and I feel like I'd probably end up hating it. Like, I feel like I would do it, and then I'd be like, man, one of those girls would be fucking wifey material, and I'd just be like, oh, man, I feel so bad hanging out with this homegirl, but also I love being a man of my word, and I told her I'd take her to dinner on Tuesday, and then I'd just be like, this is too much stress. I can't do it. Like,
right there, I feel like you're evaluating it based on the idea of that every person on the roster is like
has a potential.
A has potential, B has every option of type of interaction that they might be receptive to.
Just yeah.
Right, because you're thinking of it as like these are, say you have 4 people on the roster, right? You're thinking of it as I'm dating 4 people.
I mean, kind of.
Maybe subconsciously. Yeah.
I mean, like, I see what you're saying.
Right.
But also, it's like, if I'm not, quote unquote, dating 4 people, like, what, I'm like fucking one. I'm just using this other one as coffee dates. I don't drink coffee. I'm using the other one to go to sporting events. Like, is like, I don't know. Then I'm like,
yes, literally, yes.
But I don't need to do that with women. Then I'd be like, half of those things, like, I'm like, I just have my friends. Like,
I mean, yes and no. I mean, I see what you're saying about like then it's just like the friends, but it's always like okay. So what are you getting from each member of the roster that's like making it worth it for them to be on there? The same like the usual things like attention, like admiration. What does anyone like? You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I don't know. You don't go to the strip club enough, I guess, because I feel like if you go to the strip club, you're like, nah, I don't like all of those things that you just labeled. That's 3 lap dances,
sure.
Like, and I got everything you just described, and
you paid for it. I mean, that's where
half of those dates you think I'm not paying. Like all these situations with you.
Fair.
Come
fair
on
point,
now,
fair
stop
point.
playing out here. Like, Shit, it's cheaper. I know we not sleeping together. I get that quick little high of the
I'm
joint.
not.
I can
Well,
go
I'm
home.
not saying. I don't know. I would not have somebody on the roster who I was not fucking. I'm fucking them all.
So,
But I'm not. But I'm not going.
see, she got
on,
me out here drinking Truly wilding out there.
I'm not going on. I'm not going on an expensive dinner date with all of them and like trying to manage. Like, oh God, it's Friday night. Which one have I not been on to dinner with recently? Like, no, you have the different things that you do with the different ones.
Which is fine, but you also said that you're sleeping with all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then that goes to my thing of like, once I sleep with them, then now I'm evaluating their actual
baby,
talent.
I
So I'm
love
like,
you. Yeah, you're in love with them.
So I'll be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna have to make the call. Like, sorry, this team just ain't working out. I'm gonna have to release you. We appreciate your services, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Like,
You have no more obligation.
Nah.
The locks have been changed.
Like,
Please return your.
don't worry, we'll send your jersey and everything in your locker to your home address.
Exactly.
Peace. Like, nah.
I don't know. I don't know. How do I see you? Part of me is like, yeah, you are you're too in love.
Yeah, two of my feelings.
But then I don't know. Like at the same time, like you'd be out here on the boat.
Yeah, I'd be out
Like if
there.
you had a boat bitch on the roster, that would be like your dream. I feel.
Like she has a boat and she's taking
She
me
has
around.
the boat. Yeah,
okay.
see, exactly.
See, that's different though, because see, now
That's
you're bringing,
the beauty of it.
you're
That's
bringing
the
a
beauty of it.
particular scenario that doesn't necessarily exist in other spaces.
Look. Let me lay out a roster for you, and you tell me if this is like something you could do.
Okay.
So first of all, you've got the bitch that doesn't live here.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not, it's like
It's a
most
one
weeks there's
stub-
no commitment.
Yeah. All right.
But
that's
you know that if you're there, she's here, it's about to go down.
fair. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, Bo bitch.
Okay.
You got your number one, who's your favorite that like you low-key are in love with, but like it's fine.
All right.
Okay, so that's 3 right there. I mean, that's a solid roster, just point blank.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. I'm not
If
gonna
we,
lie.
yeah, exactly. If we took it to 5, who would I put as your 4th and 5th? Probably like your sloppy drunk booty call. Like you only
I was
even
about to
you
say,
only
how
hit each
y'all
other
feel?
up.
How you feel about this roster? You think this now she going too far? Or yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah, Lume likes crazy
All I
bitches.
get is the crazy. So
That's a fact.
let's be real. Every single woman on this roster is some level of crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we got the out of town bitch. We got the boat bitch. We got the number one you're low-key in love with. We got the strictly dickly booty call only. And then you got like Sunday fun day, fucking brunch. We go to brunch and then fuck like. This
See,
is
I
perfect
think-
for you.
I think you went too far with the Sunday Fun Day because I feel like I just get sloppy girl to be Sunday Fun Day girl. Like I feel like 4 and 5 I would just put into a combo woman.
I mean, fine, but then that's still a four woman roster.
It's not a bad roster.
It's not bad.
It's not a bad roster. I can see it.
I mean, again, like the point being is that like if you have several of the same person on the roster that needs your time and attention week in and week out
It'll
on the
never work.
weekends,
It will
that
never
doesn't
work.
work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work for you, like for anyone, So I don't know. I would advocate this for everyone. And so, to get a little bit more into the like,
Yeah, I'm about to say, first of all, you gotta start by maybe I'll start looking for a boat bitch tonight. Like,
I'm saying.
good idea.
I mean, first of all, one thing I like about the roster is that it genuinely encourages you to interact with strangers, like in social settings, whereby at other times or with other mindsets, you might either be like too anxious or too much like evaluating their bae potential. Like that's the other thing about the roster. Not everybody on it, arguably no one on it, is bae potential. Like
On your roster, I know for a fact you ain't putting no. I mean,
I don't know about that. I'm actually
you're not
way
trying
more
to put
lenient
no-
than you would think.
You're
Some
lenient,
bitches,
but-
I mean, seriously, some bitches, like, you get on TikTok, bitches be out here saying, like, you cannot have any thoughts that you actually want to be exclusive with any of these dudes, like, point blank. Like, they be hardcore
they're
about
savages. I appreciate their
But they're
dedication.
being that way not to be, like, bitches or, like, toxic petty. They're doing that way to, like, protect themselves. Because you do get into this situation often with the roster of like, if you do start to have feelings, it's a fucking serious problem. You have to figure out how to deal with it like super quick.
Oh, I've seen the fallout of roster drama in person. It's not great.
No, it's bad because
normally a lot of tears and yelling and slap
if it's not mutual, if you're not each other's mutual number ones, it just ends so bad. I feel like for me, like the number one, maybe the number two are like potential. The rest, no, it's just fun and games. Yeah.
Okay.
And they know it and I know it. See, that's the other thing that I want to like continuously make clear throughout the episode is that the point is that all the parties are aware that everyone is dating around and it's not
we have great communication.
But it doesn't have to be like so like like you have the talk. Like no, I don't do that.
You don't gotta get to that level.
Yeah, no.
Also, time out. Speaking of communication, y'all ain't got to be that quiet, man. Like she really do be cutting it out.
Like around. Like you should see Vic and Roger.
Killing me. Like she's out here like laughing and be like, oh no.
Did you hear me fucking crack my beer?
He's like, why? He's like,
I was like, man, the respect out here is crazy. Like.
Because when Ashley helped me with the movie, it was like that. When you do the movie, it's like serious.
Yeah.
She like was me over here like clapping and shit.
No, you all good. First of all, half the sound should get edited out anyway, so it really is not that bad.
Get edited out.
You do not hold yourself back like that. Okay, back to our ready schedule programming. But yes.
Yeah.
Communication, yes.
Yeah, communicate. You have to make sure that all the parties know like what it is. Because otherwise, then you are being toxic. If you to your point about these dudes that are toxic, like they're hiding the fact that the roster exists. As soon as you go down that path, you're a fuckboy or you're a fuck girl. Like it. Like then I
was wondering how long this episode
you're leading
before that word was
on
going to
at
come
that
up.
point. This is my whole like pitch is not about leading anyone on. I mean, first of all, just for me personally, like I actually have like literally the easiest out of any conversation whatsoever because they just listen to the podcast and they know what the fuck is up. So I don't have to explain anything. It's all already fucking completely out in the open.
Go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts and you can check out what I'm about, okay?
Sometimes I don't try, to the point that it's like I have to be careful not to like scare people off on some level.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You gotta find those diamonds in the rough.
I know. But also people think I actually am like literally completely closed off from the idea of being in an exclusive relationship, and that's actually not true at all. Like I said, I'm way more flexible with the roster.
You've said on Wax before that you would, and I've heard you say it, and I've looked you in the eyes when you've said it, and I've only like 40% believed you. But I feel like there's probably, there's someone for everyone. Yeah. I just think that dude is somewhere fucking some other bitch, maybe in LA.
In LA. No, they're in New York City. I feel like I embrace the French culture of dating.
Oh.
And everybody else
Everybody wants to be a Frenchman, yeah. Wow.
Everybody else is out here living their American fucking versions of dating, and I'm over it, and I want the French version where you just, like, literally fuck everyone. And
dang, so why am I going to be the one that's applying for Temptation Island? Sounds like that's where you need to be. Like.
No, I don't need to be. You need to be on Temptation Island, not me.
Nah.
I could not deal with if I was on Temptation Island, like
you'd run the show.
The thing about the shows is that you have to like ascribe to what the producers are like wanting you to fucking do, and typically that means like act like you really care about stupid fucking drama.
Yeah, we all know Kristen's the CEO, so she's not listening.
Oh yeah, no, I can't be listening to them like saying you got to do this and that. Like,
Pretty much all I've heard is you got to pick for specific positions.
I mean, you can't. I mean, to be clear,
you gotta give good communication and let them know that I'm not wifing none of y'all up, and that's about it. And you're good.
I mean. Yeah,
right,
you can't.
Hey guys, take those notes. Take them with you.
No, you
Class
can't.
Is over. Hey.
It's not as simple as just like you see. You know. Okay, so you're meeting these people like typically you're on the app or you're in the bar, right? So either or there's like the fucking dream scenario where you meet them like at your gym or something where it's like way more. vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so either you are something about the social scenario that you meet them in leads you to automatically from the jump understand
What
that
it
they're
is.
looking for something casual.
Mm-hmm.
Or you have to like suss that out without like being a bitch or a dick about it. You can't like, just to be clear, like it's not like you're just like looking at these people and just like, oh, you're roster material and you're not, and it's
Oh,
like
because that's
so
100% what
obvious.
I was gonna do tonight. I was gonna be sitting there like, boat bitch, sloppy girl.
Well,
like,
sure. I mean, like definitely, there's like these tangible things. Like the boat's a good example of something that's like, boom, perfect. Especially because the person who has a boat, they're not trying to fucking get cuffed during summer. Give me a fucking break. They're abiding by cuffing season protocols and rules.
That's true. They wait until the boat's put away.
That's what I'm saying.
Once it's been winterized and
The
put in
boat
storage,
is bay.
then they can-
Okay, so
then they
they're not
start-
out here trying to marry you in June. The fuck? No, they're trying to go up to the cabin. They're trying to go to Big Island and see some abs.
Oh, Big Island, I miss you. All right, fair
So
enough.
you have to like suss it out, So like when you're, usually what I do is like, and I don't know, maybe I need some advice on this one from everyone from the studio audience. I don't know
Here we
if
go. Voting. Let's do it.
I don't know if my current strategy is serving me that well.
The part where you don't talk to the dudes? Or
No.
the part where-
No, not that part. That part's fine. I'm fine
Okay,
with that.
all
We
right,
don't
all
need to talk.
okay.
We can just hang out, then just don't talk to me.
Of course.
No, the thing that I'm not sure about is that, like, I've said this on other episodes. When I match with people on dating apps, usually, I mean, not usually, but like a lot of people immediately will be like, oh, why are you on the apps? Like, what are you looking for? Which I actually kind of can't stand. Like, hello, meet me
You've
first.
expressed that you hate that question, yes.
Yeah, but secondly, a lot of people kind of have like some hint of like it in their bio.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is that like I'm very open to kind of whatever from the app.
She's flexible, guys.
Yeah,
Listen,
so
flexible.
like, and I really mean it. Ashley's fucking dying laughing over here. She thinks I'm fucking capping. I really mean it. Like if I met the perfect person who I was like, you're perfect. Like let's fucking be in a serious relationship like right now. I would do that. So I don't want to scare off the right person by being like, I only want something casual. Because then it's just like they're not even gonna like. I've swiped left on people who were adamantly saying exactly what they wanted because just even the notion that
That
you
know for sure, 100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
is just kind of like whack to me. Besides, like you don't fucking know. Like you don't. None of us know what we're doing.
There's a small percentage of them that know, but they be single a long time because they looking for that diamond in the rough.
I mean, that's fine, but I just get tired of like. It's just a turn off when you're on an app and a bio is just like, I am like this and this is what I want.
Well,
and bitch, get in the kitchen. Like, left. Like, get the fuck out.
Well, you do be bragging about your kitchen skills, just to be fair. Like, I'm just going to put it on wax. Like, she does say she's really good at cooking, but I never eaten any of your stuff, so I'm just saying. That's what she says.
I know I haven't, but...
So
I don't know.
what's the
Anyway.
problem? What's wrong with the approach?
No, the problem is that, the problem is that I feel like I'm being like very open and it almost is like too open to the point that like, I don't know, like it doesn't like fucking get anywhere.
Well, I mean...
And by get anywhere, I mean like, it just takes
They
a
don't-
long
they-
time
They don't get to the roster.
It
quick
takes a
enough.
long time for the thing to like get to where the parameters of what we are gonna do are like clear and it's gonna either work out or not work out.
Well, scouting is a tough job. Those hours, they hard.
So I mean, like right now, what is my? I showed it to you the other day. Do you remember? I fucking
Which one?
Can't even remember what my bio says.
Oh, yeah, you changed it to that thing. I mean,
It says,
okay.
what does it say? It says, I think something like it says hype me up and laugh a lot. We'll get along.
Yeah, something.
You pick the label.
Yeah, something very basic. Yeah. But the label part was a good part. But the
You
rest
like
of it,
that part?
That was the only part I liked.
That was the only part you liked? You told me it was pretty good.
I mean, it wasn't better than the one that I had for you before, but yeah, it was fine.
Listen, okay, the one he had for me before, he changed all my dating apps to say just looking for the perfect first date.
Great.
Exactly. Thank you. She spits out her drink. I was like, I can't deal with this anymore. I need to change these. This is not.
You was getting plenty of matches, so stop playing with me.
Fucking working for me.
She was getting plenty of matches, so stop playing with me.
So I changed it to say, hype me up and laugh a lot. We'll get along. You pick the label.
Yeah, hype me up. Get out of here.
Perfect. Thank you. One vote for me.
Yeah,
what do you vote? We're voting.
See?
Dan's not sure. Nick?
Yeah, he's looking away.
Come on, somebody have an opinion.
he's
I know
looking
you
away.
have it. I don't know. I can't decide what I think. I don't want to see again, and it goes back to also like I don't want to mislead people.
I mean, you're not.
Like I don't want to be like, oh yeah, let's fucking get
You're
married.
not misleading with that bio because you aren't opposed to a one night stand if the vibe is correct.
I don't know. I need to change everything about it. I need to change the pictures on it. I was feeling bad because most of my pictures, because normally I take selfies.
I was about to say your rule was like the picture will be on there for like a year or something.
I know, and they were getting too old because fucking COVID.
Coronavirus.
So that's my rule. You got to change the pictures like pretty regularly, like every 6 months ideally.
No, I think your approach for building the roster is fine. Like I mean, honestly, I think the only issue with your approach is that you really don't like the dating apps. So
I fucking hate the apps, honestly.
You
They're
need
fucking
you need the
trash.
IRL, and we just now finally opened up, like you said, Vax and Wax, so we're good to go. So you can be out there in these streets, and you can start recruiting. But
see, you made me feel all self-conscious about my profiles because like most of my
I made her.
yeah,
feel
you
good.
did because most of my pictures were like quarter up selfies in my mirror. And you, my good sir, were the one that said if she doesn't have a full body pic where I can actually see her body and she's not in like snowboarding gear. That was a direct fucking
That's exact
shot.
quote. Yeah, that's exact quote. Yeah. It's
Then
not my fault. I had
then
just
I'm wondering
seen
what
somebody
she's
else.
fucking hiding.
It's true. I'm not trying to get catfished out here, which I know you don't want to do. So don't be
then I was
coming at
like,
me.
fuck. So then I took that one picture the other day in my fucking brand new mirror in my cute yellow shirt, and I put that one on there even though my hair looks weird, and now I'm just like totally frazzled by the whole thing because the first picture of my hair looks weird. I'm like, why is this my fucking first picture on my dating app? But it's the most recent one, so it's just a mess.
So all she said is that, wow, Lume, you tried to make me better, and it weirded me out. So damn you. And that's how we're going to be. All right, that's fine.
No, I
get it.
okay, to be fair to you, the advice is good advice. I just didn't have the full body pics at the fucking ready.
You got thirst traps for days. Just throw one on there and you'll be
I
good.
can't put a bra thirst trap on the first picture dating app.
Can you do that? Can you do that?
It's
Can
not
you
a
do
good
that?
strategy.
Hey,
It's
I'm seeing
not-
a lot
she
of
says yes,
I'm
she
seeing a
said
lot of nodding heads over
It's
here.
the first pic.
I might get more.
I'm about to get all the yeah, but I'm not out here. Like,
I'm seeing a lot of
man.
nodding heads right now.
I don't know.
So
Actually, what do you think? No, not as number one.
she
I
just
had
saying
the,
that because she your friend. Stop playing. Like, if she didn't know you, she would have been nodding her head.
I
too.
can't put a literally just tits out pic and the very first fucking thing. Like that will just literally then see the only thing that will do is that then I have to do all the work screening the people. Because then they're all swiping right literally just because they see cleavage. They're not even fucking looking at me or my bio or nothing. And so then it's just like everybody who's on the app is now on the list. And I have to do the work to screen through everyone. And I don't want to do all that work. I want there to be some pre-screening happening for the sake of me. So like what I'm saying is I want plenty of men to swipe no on me. Who like I'm genuinely incompatible with. And if I just put my whole titties out, that won't happen. And so that's why I can't put the bra pic as a first pic. That's not gonna fucking work.
All right, compromise. Second pick.
Well, I currently have the one of me in the window drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
That's the trap. Yeah. I know.
That one is currently at the back.
It's a trap. I'm just saying. She knows it's a trap.
that one's currently at the back. Because I was like, if you make it to the end, then you can get the goods.
Yeah. See, that's
Pick number 5.
yeah.
Exactly. That's what I think, honestly.
I mean.
You think too? I mean, be serious.
Okay, seriously,
Yeah.
your best picture should always be the first one. If I have to work to find your best photo, then you out here doing too much and you're
agreed.
expressing that you want me to do too much, and I'm like, fuck you. So put your best picture first, and then we'll see the other stuff that you do. It's fine. So if your best picture is a trap,
No, the best picture is like the problem is like men and women have a different opinion on what a
the
best picture is.
Yeah, I know.
My best picture is like a close up of this makeup job because it took me fucking 5 hours and it cost $800 fucking dollars and
Then that should be your first photo. If that's what you believe the best
just
picture.
like little eyes only. Would you swipe right on that if you saw eyes only?
Eyes only.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to go through the rest of the photos. Like,
Yeah, but I feel like you don't be doing that. I feel like you'd be judging.
nah, I'm not as bad as these dudes. I be looking at some photos like, come on now, don't hate on me like that.
Maybe.
I mean, if I had a couple more of these Trulies, I probably would just be swiping through. But nah, I wouldn't
Just
swipe
like
on eyes.
right.
You're supposed to organize your photos based on which ones like they swiped on the most, but it doesn't seem to work.
Correct.
Yeah,
I got a
but
little
that's
algorithm.
only smart photos. Well, where they put the one that's most effective first. But again, I'm not necessarily going for effectiveness here. I'm going
Yeah,
for like actual like success rate.
Yeah, because
Because
she's
for
out here trying to build the
for-
roster.
Yeah, for guys and for girls, it's different because again, you do have those guys that are just like literally like, yeah, and it's just like I'm honestly trying to deter them. So
Well,
like
those dudes aren't looking, so there's nothing you
There's
can do to
nothing to
deter
deter
them. Like you're trying to deter the people that are actually taking the time.
They can't
And-
message you unless you swipe back on them. So.
Correct.
I know, but I don't want to go through Why is that my job? Why is that my work?
because
It's so
it takes
annoying.
two. It takes two. It takes two. Come on now.
Something. I'll tell you what though. Something fishy is fucking going on with these apps because I ain't seen none of y'all motherfuckers on these apps. I've been waiting. I will swipe right on all y'all and then be like, "Hey, babe."
She got the parameters.
What's
No
good?
dudes certain age. No too short of hair. You out. Glasses. You out. Like no tats. You out. Like we ain't popping up in none of her algorithms. Let me tell you that right now.
That's not true. Also,
Shit.
Joe's real tall. Seems like the app would push him towards me. I haven't seen his apps. I haven't seen your profiles.
But
on
he
any of my
seen
shit.
you, so you
I
popped.
know, and he didn't fucking.
He popped up. He popped
Listen.
out. He popped up on all ours.
Fucking,
Or something, take a screenshot.
no, listeners, this is such bullshit. Listen to this. Fucking, I come over to record Quarantings the other day, and we record the whole episode, and then fucking before I'm gonna leave, Joe says, "Oh yeah, I finally saw your profile on whatever app. I don't know which
I think it
one."
was Tinder.
And yeah, and I'm like, "And you didn't fucking swipe right? What the fuck is this?"
To be fair, he didn't answer the question.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Oh," and then he showed me he took a screenshot of my profile. I'm like, "What do I care if you screenshot my shit? Fucking swipe right on me, ho. What the fuck?"
The best
We
is
can
she
have a
saw the
little- we can have a little
screenshot.
fake
The
combo.
best is
It'd
she
be
saw the
great.
screenshot and she thought it was like the actual
And
app.
I, like, tried
So
to-
she tried to grab the phone and swipe right on herself. He was like, "Nah, it's just a picture. Chill out."
Because if he swiped right on me, then the app would push him to me. I swear to God, some of these dudes I see on there, the app pushes them to me 3, 4, 5 times. I just swipe no. It keeps bringing him. I'm like, I know
No.
he liked me, but like, no,
We're gonna
he's
do
5'6".
We gonna do the live thing where we pay to see all the little likes. So we just gonna go through Kristen's 100+ likes, and I'm sure Joe be sitting right in that bitch. Like you'll see him in
Dude,
there.
I do swipe. Sometimes I even reach I didn't even know until recently there was like a swiping fucking limit.
Oh yeah, then you don't swipe enough. That's for sure.
Well, lately I've just been like lacking on the whole thing because I thought I had this fucking great 3-starter roster going, and then it fucking didn't. Now I'm back to ground zero.
Now you're back to square one. You
Yeah.
poor ting. But it's fine. Summer just start. I mean, if it's
Also,
big,
like,
it's
I
early.
don't know. I don't know. I think man, I go super back and forth with you if you should have a roster or not.
I mean, I really shouldn't, but I really like this bow bitch idea, so I'm really torn. Like,
That's more
that-
like but you love the idea of a MILF period.
I mean, hey, if there's a younger woman that's on
Yeah,
the come up and
Joe-
got a
yeah,
boat,
Joe's nodding
then
his head.
we're good to go. But you're not wrong. Like, I'm not gonna deny I like what I like.
I can think of at least 2 women off the top of my head that would love to be on your roster that you've denied.
Okay, first of all, I don't deny anyone
That you've low-key,
I
in your
just-
fucking nice guy way denied.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm
not
looking
as
straight-
savage as me, but
Hey, first of all, like I said, fake humble, nicest asshole in the world. I don't deny anyone. It just may not work out.
oh, I
And
see.
that's,
Oh,
I can't control what's in the air. It just happens.
you can't. Oh, yeah, you
I'll-
can't.
I'll let the
control.
chips fall where they may,
Uh-huh. Yeah, I wish I could put all these fucking details on wax. This is absurd. This is obscene.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, you're just out here trying to make me look like the bad guy, but it's cool.
No, I'm not trying to make you look like a bad guy.
You've been doing it the whole episode.
No. You're not a bad guy for questioning whether you should.
I said
have
the
a
bad guy,
roster.
not a bad guy. There's a difference. Like,
Oh, this time.
yeah.
Whatever. You can be the fucking bad guy one time. I feel like I'm always the bad guy
When?
because everybody's just like,
On your own podcast? Where you set up everything? And you're the CEO? You're the bad guy?
shut up.
In your own home? I just want to make sure we're clear. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Cool.
People think I'm like toxic, and it's not true. It's not true, guys.
Who are these people? Let's go take a survey. Let's go talk to them. I'll go vouch for you. Last time I vouched for you, somebody in the bar, they showed up and took you on a date.
That actually did happen. Lume
Yeah.
actually did put me on that time. We had an actual fan recognize Lume at the bar and go up to him and be like, "Oh, you do the podcast with Kristen?" And then he texted me and was like,
I was like, yo, there's some random dude out here talk about you. Says he see me for the podcast.
I know. And I was like,
I don't believe it.
I've actually never met him. That's wild.
I was like, I don't believe it.
And
But
then
he
the
says he's
next
going to
day-
text you.
Yeah, and then the next day he was like, "Can we go to lunch?" And I was like, "I guess, yeah."
So that is on wax. I am team Quarantings all
Yeah,
day.
that's a fact. That's a fact. I'll give it to you.
So you're welcome.
I'm still salty though that you said that I wouldn't put Quarantings on like that. I fucking would.
Only one way to find out. You just have
Yeah,
to prove
we're
it.
gonna
That's
fucking
fine.
see. Anyway, back to the roster thing.
Well, you going to wrap it up?
Yeah,
Class was good.
the
I feel like I
roster
learned.
is not inherently toxic. That is the main message that I want to get across. It does not have to be toxic. There's absolutely a way to do it that is beneficial for everybody on the roster and off it. The more tougher question is to ask yourself, should you have one? Are you equipped to have one? Because if you start fucking simping over everybody on your roster every other week, no, you're not gonna have fucking fun. The only whole point of it is to just like date around, see what you're actually looking for in a potential partner. Like it's a good way to just like gauge, like say you just got out of a long-term relationship and you were just like, I don't even know.
I feel like if you are listening to a whole lot of Drake, you don't need a roster. If you listen to a whole lot of Meg Thee Stallion or Cardi B, get the roster. Like, very easy. Like, go ahead and do it.
I agree with you, but except I listen to fucking shit ton of Drake.
I know. And that's the funniest part.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's more guys if you listen to a lot
That's
of Drake.
the problem
You
that
should
I run
probably not
into
do
though,
it.
because as you know, I love a fucking simp. Fucking love the
She
simps.
really does.
Ugh. And it just kills me because it
doesn't actually add up to
doesn't add
success
up,
for
right.
the roster. Yeah, no, it's not a good idea. But it's fine. He'll get one.
Oh, we got to take the shot. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we-
you're right.
yeah, no,
yeah,
we're gonna
I don't
do
know.
it.
Think about whether or not you can handle your roster. Think about whether or not that's actually what you're looking for, or if you're just using the roster because you think you'll get more play that way. Don't go down that road. It just leads to heartbreak. Like, if you're just, like, in it because you're trying to get attention from the opposite sex, like, just don't. Like, you don't need...
Just be on the dating apps and just
Yeah,
stack
like,
up
stop.
on them likes.
If you're actually looking for a relationship deep down in your heart, like just do that, because being on the roster, like the point of it is that it's not that deep. And so like if you are trying to make it that deep, that's when you're going to run into problems because you're not going to like being on other people's rosters. You're going to get jealous. You're going to blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's the whole point of it, is that there's freedom and you're not beholden to anyone and you don't have that constant conversation.
And I just love when Kristen brings these topics up, because when she says it, it sounds okay and it's
Yeah, I
not
know.
weird. But if we were reverse and I was telling you all this, every single person would be like, wow, that
I
dude
would
was a
back you
fuck
up.
boy. Like, that dude, like,
I know.
yeah,
I mean-
we know what you do, bro. Like, let me guess. You
mean,
went to
I'm-
Walgreens today to buy another pack of condoms. Yeah, you doing the thing. Yeah.
I mean, on some level, you're right.
Exactly. Like,
No, on some level, you're absolutely right, and it is funny. But I do feel like kind of one of the points of why I wanted to do this podcast, like even at all in the first place, is because I do think like there's a need to like bring the dating culture towards meeting in the middle. You know, like, yes, there's hella fuckboys out here that need to like come this way and recognize that they need to communicate more clearly that they're playing the field, and that's fine. And then there's a lot of women over here who are like pretending that they want to play the field when really they just want to fucking be in a relationship. And that's not, neither party is being served.
Yeah.
And it just leads to drama for both people. And it's funny, but it you know, in real life, it's not fucking funny, you know?
You are out here just trying to save the people.
Yeah, I'm trying to help y'all
Wow, you're
by
so kind.
listening to the fucking shit that I do that only sometimes works.
Well, you helped us today with Roster 101, that's for sure, because I definitely learned some things that I need to do, or not do, more importantly. But, nah, I think you covered it good, and
Good.
we will take a shot to your new place.
Yeah, to my new place and
And
to
to,
Hot Girl Summer.
Hey, we're out here. Let's do it.
Let's go.